my name's Jisele with Vibrant Healthy Living. Today I'd like to show you how to put together a really simple salad. And what I have is zucchini, mushrooms, red bell pepper, some green onions. These are grape tomatoes, and a little bit of fresh lime, olive oil, Celtic salt, and some corn. This is sweet white corn, but you can use yellow or white. Okay. And garlic. Alright. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to cut the ends off of the zucchini. And then I'm going to cut it down the middle. As best I can. And then just start slicing it. And some of these are too big, you might cut those in half too. Or you can quarter it. Let's make sure and take that off. We don't want to eat that. You can use yellow squash in this, but I prefer the flavor of zucchini squash. Cut this one up a little bit more. These are a little big, so I'm just going to cut them down a bit. Okay, let's get rid of this. Just put these in the bowl. Okay, so that was zucchini squash. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the corn in there. Now this is frozen corn. You can use fresh corn in this as well. Fresh is always better. Okay, and then I'm going to slice up some mushrooms. So there again, most of these are all fresh ingredients. So when you're wanting to do completely raw, okay, now the corn is frozen. Frozen, you're still going to have a more nutritional value than if you would cook it. But there again, the preference would be fresh corn. But sometimes we just use what we have. So. Okay, I'm going to cut up one more, and then I think I'm going to call it good for this recipe. Okay. Now these are grape tomatoes. You can use cherry tomatoes. With cherry tomatoes, they're a little bit bigger, so I would cut them in half. With the green onion, I like to use just a little bit of the green bits for some color. And then it's not as oniony as just the greens. Okay, a bit of that for color. And a red bell pepper. You can use, see, there's yellow, orange, red. There's green, but green actually is not ripe. That's why I don't like to use green bell peppers. And once you start using the red or the yellow or the orange, you'll notice the difference in the flavor. And that's why, because it just isn't ripe. Okay, so I'm just going to use a half a red bell pepper. Depending on how much you want to make, you can do a half or a whole. Ideally, you want to use a knife that's sharper than this. Okay, so you just want to cut it up in little pieces. Not only is this a nice color for your salad, but red bell peppers have such a nice flavor to them. Okay, so we've got red bell pepper, a little bit of green onion, mushroom, some corn, and zucchini. Okay, here we have a clove of garlic, kind of a big clove. They're again adjusted accordingly as, you know, depending on how much you like garlic. Okay, now I'm just going to take the flat part of this knife and put it over the garlic and then hit it. And this generally makes it a little easier to peel. Try that again. Okay. It always works until I'm doing the demonstration, of course. Okay, so this one's going to give me a little, I'm having to work for this one. Okay, let's go ahead and cut the tips off and see if that helps. Generally, if you do that, probably not putting enough force behind it, it does peel a lot easier. You have to find that perfect pressure, otherwise you literally squash the garlic. So I'm just going to get my hands off here a little bit. Okay, so we have this clove of garlic. I'm just going to slice it. Just go ahead and chop it in just as fine pieces as I can. Okay. When you put this all together with the lime juice, the olive oil, the salt, and the garlic, you want to set it aside and stir it periodically so that the marinade helps to soak into the vegetables, and that just, you want to keep mixing it to make sure that it's well coated. Okay, we'll leave this. Alright. So I've added the garlic. Stir that up a little bit before I put the other ingredients on it. Okay. So you can see all the different colors in there with the zucchini and the grape tomatoes and the red bell pepper, mushrooms and corn. Okay. Now this is about 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I'm just guessing. I'm going to not put it all in there yet because I want to stir it and taste it. This is lime juice. You can use lemon juice if you want. This is the juice of a medium lime. I'm just going to use all of that. This is olive oil. Not quite a 1/3 cup, I'm guessing. I don't always measure stuff. I just guesstimate and then taste and then add as needed. So what I'm going to do is stir all this together. So you can see how it's starting to coat the vegetables. Actually, I like to try different things. This is just one combination. It's amazing what you can do with fresh vegetables in a salad. It's really easy. And then this would be for several meals. A lot of times whenever I travel, I'm on the road or I'm running errands in town, I live about half hour out of the main town. So I carry food with me because it's hard to find decent food on the road or at some of these restaurants. And a lot of foods have so much preservatives or sugar or dairy. And this is fresh, and it has all the nutrients, vitamins and minerals and enzymes in it because it's not cooked. Anything fired or cooked over 115 degrees, that's when you start losing your nutritional value. Okay, so that's mixed. What I would do with this, again, is set it aside and just let all the ingredients combine and just kind of marinate it. Okay, so I'm going to stir this up a little bit. A lot of times in my information I say to put the ingredients in there are like salt or stuff like that to taste. Love the flavor. Very good. I think it needs a little bit more salt. I'm just going to use the rest. There again, that was about 3/4 cup. Excuse me, 3/4 teaspoon. Holy cow, we don't want a cup. Oh, that's too much. 3/4 teaspoon of Celtic salt. Okay. Alright, mix that together really well. Try a little bit more. Come on, baby, get on the spoon. Oh, I love red bell peppers. Okay. And there you have it. A nice colorful salad, several meals. Now all I'm going to do is put some saran wrap on it, set it over on the cabinet, and stir it periodically to mix it really well. And voila, there you go. Thank you so much. This is Jisele with Vibrant Healthy Living. Have a wonderful day. Bye.